So we're going to have a look at how different colours and different textures of surfaces can absorb and emit heat better or worse. And we're going to think with three thought experiments to start with. So if you had a white t-shirt and a black t-shirt, have a think about which one you would wear on a hot day. And you would probably wear the white t-shirt. And the reason for that is because white reflects heat better than black. We can think of it another way though. We can also say that black absorbs heat better than white. I'll just finish that bit over there. So white is a better reflector of heat and black is a better absorber of heat. Now, next question, which radiator would give out the most heat? We've got a white radiator or a black radiator. And most commonly in your house, you probably find white radiators, although black radiators are becoming more common. Now, actually, although you might think, well, white, that's why we've all got them, it's going to be the black radiator. Okay, if you want to get the most heat out of your radiator, you should paint it black. So black radiators are better emitters than white. And the reason we paint them white, or used to, is just because it looks nicer. So there's the difference in heat. It is there, but it's quite small in the grand scheme of the room. So people painted them white because they thought it looked nicer. So black is a better emitter than white, and it's a better absorber than white. And white is a better reflector than black. Now finally, which would you use to keep your food hot in? If you had some hot food, would you use a cardboard container or an aluminium container? Now hopefully you realise that you would use an aluminium container. And that's because the aluminium container is shiny, and a shiny surface is a better reflector, or we can say a worse emitter than a matte surface. Now there are many different ways of spelling matte. You can do it M-A-T, M-A-T-T, M-A-T-T-E. We looked them up, they're all the same. So black is better at emitting and absorbing than white. White is better at reflecting than black. And shiny is better at reflecting than not shiny, which means not shiny or matte is better at absorbing or emitting than shiny. So there's some rules here that may be counterintuitive, but this is a core practical in most of the GCSEs, is that you have to think about if you've got different surfaces, which ones will emit the heat better. So here I've got 4 test tubes, and these 4 test tubes have been covered in shiny black, shiny white or matte white paint. And in the core practical for Edexcel at least, you pour some boiling or hot water into the test tubes and you measure the temperature of the water over time. And obviously the water temperature will decrease, but it will decrease in different rates for the different test tubes. Now, which of these is going to be the best emitter of heat? So we've worked out before here, the best emitter of heat is black, and then will be shiny or matte. Well, shiny surfaces are good reflectors and worse emitters. So the shiny black is the best the matte black is the best emitter. It's really easy to get this wrong, of heat. It's also the best absorber. It works the same way. So the temperature for the matte black will decrease over time, like so, and it will be a curve. The water will cool off over time. Now, which of these, let's think of the opposite, is going to be the worst emitter of heat? Well, if black's the best, then white must be the worst. And if matte black's the best, then shiny white is the worst emitter. So the water will still cool down, but it won't cool down as quickly. So if you wanted to keep your cup of tea warm, you should have it in a shiny white cup compared to a matte black cup. And thinking about it, a lot of mugs are shiny and white. So it's going to look something like this. The temperature will just decrease at a lower rate, and the final temperature will be higher than that of matte black. Now we've got to fit 2 more in there. We've got shiny black and matte white. Which one's going to be second best? Well, we actually find that the shiny black is second best at emitting heat. So that's going to look something like so. I'm not going to label that one because I'm running out of space to label it. And the matte white is the second, oh sorry, this is a broad pen, worst. So it will look something like so. Because colour, I'm going to change the pen so it's not that broad one. Colour is more important than texture. So the rules we need to know: black is a better emitter and absorber than white, and then matte is a better emitter and absorber than shiny. And the reverse of that is that white or shiny are better reflectors than black or matte. So learn those rules and you'll be absolutely fine.